Actually, can I bring you to crowds? Because you said a fair while ago, I know things are changing by the day, that we may not have crowds till even Anzac Day of next year.
Yep.
But now, are we more likely to have a crowd grand final than not, in terms of even 30,000 people, Cara?
Yeah, well, definitely. They're all doing the work.
Yeah.
All the big venues are doing the work, and certainly Stuart Fox and his team at the MCG have worked around the prospect of a 30,000 crowd. Nobody knows. Gillan McLaughlin has never, and his team have never given up on the prospect of crowds. I think July 1 is a bit optimistic. That's the NRL ambition, but I'm not saying it's not good to have the ambition, and I think finals crowds is certainly a possibility. So much has changed from when we sat here about 6 or 7 weeks ago and thought that maybe even late August would be when the game would start.
It changes by the day, the season, doesn't it? It changes, the COVID-19 situation changes continuously and no one can forecast. We've got a very conservative Chief Health Officer in Victoria. All he's saying is he won't rule out crowds, but he and the government have been saying it's less likely than likely, and I think that's the advice to take. If we do, or if it opens up for a select few, I don't think we'll have a meaningful crowd, put it that way. And if we do have any type of crowd, then I hope that the longevity of membership is the first criteria.
TV had another big win today. The government allowed Marvel Stadium to close its roof, which was going to be a real problem for the broadcasters, particularly as winter comes and with the night games. So it is interesting. Things that we thought would not be allowed even a week ago, Craig, are now being allowed.
What do you think of the criteria of who would be allowed in the event, say October, we've got some access? Is money more important than the longevity of a event?
I think I love the golden ticket idea. I mean, for a start, of some sort of lottery and competition for supportive members. I think if you could only have 20,000 people, wouldn't it be so much better to have 10,000 from each club? In terms of the supporter base?
It still feels like it's a pipe dream to me. But I might be wildly wrong.
I like your idea, Hutch. Have you been a member for 50 years? You go, I suppose, I don't know how you can do that, but...
well, there's never been a greater time to quantify the loyalty of a member than if there is only a tiny amount of people in it. Should be the person who's been a member for 30 years should outrank the person 20, outrank the person 10.
So do the clubs, isn't it? The clubs make the call. I mean, some clubs might want to look after their corporates, their sponsors. There might be some charity component.
That's not fair.
Well, but the game is going to rely on money, Caro. So if a loyal sponsor stay by their club when there's been no games, surely they deserve some sort of
I'm sure there'd be a pro rata allocation.
Yes, I mean, I'm not saying leave out sponsors altogether, but predominantly you'd have to have support.
It's a mix, yeah.
But in the fan-led side of things, then commitment over time to your club should be the rider for me.